So welcome to the Earthling EDC channel. My name is Phil, and on this channel we talk about EDC tools and EDC kits. A collection of tools that you put together and you are storing in a device. The device we usually use the most for on this channel anyway are these. These are pocket racks. You take your tools, you put them onto this card, and you end up with something that looks kind of like that. So you can cover both sides if you like. This one has some tools missing, but yeah, you can put both sides, and you're off and running and carry it on your person every day if you want. Another thing that everybody carries with them every day, it turns out, are cell phones. 95% of the people in the United States have a cell phone on their person or have one nearby them, and they are carrying a cell phone. And for a cell phone, you usually need to have a phone case. Phone case goes on the outside to protect your cell phone and make sure that it doesn't get damaged. So I've been messing around with these, trying to turn them into an EDC organizer. And this is kind of this is a version that I currently use, but it takes my wallet, which I built out here. It's just a little tiny Lycra pouch that's set up with various credit cards and identification, things like that. And you can just attach it right to the case like that, and you're off and running. So what I wanted to do is tools. And this weekend, I saw a photograph that somebody had attached to the back of their phone. It was of an auto mechanics case. And they had all the tools were laid out perfectly, fit onto the back. The photograph fit onto the back of the case. It inspired me to do this. So what I've done is I've taken like a pocket rack type concept and I've actually built it onto the phone case. So this is all done with a staple gun like this and stainless steel staples, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I hope you'll stick around. It's kind of fun and it's an easy thing to do, inexpensive, and if you want to play with it, here's your opportunity. We'll see you in a bit. All right, so we're going to take this one. This is the case for my current phone. This is the one that I usually use. And I'm actually going to make this space right here at the bottom, the one that right now is being used on the by the Victorinox here. So I'm going to add this bay right here to be able to include that at the bottom of this one. I'm not going to build out the whole thing because that would just take too much time, but it'll give you an idea of how these things work, how the staples are bent backwards like this so that they engage with the bands that we're having, and on both sides. And you can see that it's set up pretty nicely. So, and it will not go anywhere. This is very solid. It's completely in there. It's not going to come off in your pocket. I had it in my pocket all day today. I did like a 45-mile bike ride with this in my back pocket, and nothing came out. It stayed very firm. And it was just having the phone here too. It just kind of consolidated some of the tools that I would normally have on a bike ride like that in case something went wrong with my bicycle. So it works very well. That being said, let's get started here. So these look like they say Togol. I think that's Togol. So that's the brand. Anyway, I'm going to create a PDF in the description for this video. You can go in there and download it. It'll have where you can get one of these from. I think they run about $10 to $15. The nice part about these is they're silicone on the outside all the way around, but the inside here, I believe there's a plastic insert in there, which is giving it the rigidity that you actually are going to need to make it into one of these. So what you're going to be doing is driving a staple this size. These are T50s. And they are 3/8 or 10 millimeters, and they are very sharp when they come out. One of the things you're going to have to do after it comes through is to dull them down because they will destroy the bands. If you're if you're engaging with the bands that are on here right now, they will totally strip them after a while. They'll destroy these bands. So you want to basically blunt them, and to do that, after they come through, I'll show you how to do this, but I'll give you a brief here. So I've got this little this diamond abrasive card, and I've just been using that to kind of just take it down that way. But after, you're going to be doing that not before you drive it through, but after you drive it through. So we're going to get the staple gun, we're going to drive one on this side, and we're going to drive one on this side, and then we'll show you how that goes. All right. All right, so here's the staple gun. This is a giant staple gun. It's the model T-50 Aero Fastener Company, Saddlebrook, New Jersey. Wow, that's pretty cool. Anyway, so we're going to take this, I'm going to put one here and then one on this side. And the tricky part here is just making sure that you engage it properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang off the end just a little bit here, like this. Put it up on top. I'm sliding it right into the corner. I want to make sure that this is straight and this is perpendicular. And then fire it. And that shot it right through. You can see it right there. And I'm going to show you how to cover this up too so that it doesn't hurt your phone. But it comes through, and that's what it looks like on the opposite side. And then I'm going to put one on the opposite side over here. So you have one on this side and one on that side. So let's make sure push that through a little bit more. And then what we're going to do first, like I mentioned before, is you're going to blunt this down a little bit. So I have a diamond. You could probably use a jeweler's file if you wanted to do that. But you can see it's just going to take down that sharp edge on there just a little bit. I won't spend a lot of time on it right now because of the time limitations of the video, but this will just take off that sharp point so that it's not, yeah, it's a lot blunter now. All right, now here's the tricky part. You're going to get yourself a nice pair of needle nose. You're going to grab the very end here and you're going to curl it. Oops, grab it on here. I'm going to curl it around like this. Just like that. So, and that's what you're going to create, a little hook like that. And then you're going to do the opposite direction for the other side of the staple. So it's going to go like this. And you're going to get what appears like that. So 2 hooks. Those are the hooks that are going to engage with the band. So let's go ahead and do the opposite side really quickly. I'll line this up again. And we'll go over here. Put it in place. Make sure everything's perpendicular. And fire. There you go. You can see it's directly across from each other. And if you want to, you could probably mark out, locations where you want it to be. I'm just going to do one on this side. So we'll pop this over here. And we'll take this down again, just a little tiny bit. And then we'll take down the other side. And you could probably do this with, a jeweler's file, as I'd mentioned before. We just want that very sharp tip to be gone, and around the edge, round it out a little bit. Any sharp points are just going to be bad for the bands that you're using because they'll slowly rip them. And there might be better ways to do this. I'm just, this is what I came up with. Okay, we got those done. They're much more rounded out. We're going to grab the end like this, twist it, and you got the little hook there. Take it around a little bit more. There you go. So we got those 2 on that side, one on this side, and the last one is let's take this up a little bit. There you got it. So on that side and on that side. And then you're going to basically engage the bands on each side like they have here, and you'll see you hook the bands around. Bring it over the top, and you hook the bands on that side. You can use rubber bands if you wanted to. If you want to make these, there's a whole video on how to make these elastics. They're very nice, and you're off and running. But what I used at the top here are hair bands, and I will have, again, in the PDF for this video, there'll be a complete list of everything that's shown here. So anyway, that's how you do it. It's very, very simple, and you could end up with this. So the other part that you have to be concerned about here is now you have these 2 staples on the back. They're going to be in contact with your phone. So what I've done is I've taken electrician's tape and I put it across the top like that. And then after doing that, take a $5 bill or a $10 bill or 20 or something that you're going to have in the back here. It's kind of emergency money, think of it that way. But it will protect, the paper will protect your phone from anything that may wear through as well. So then you can just slip your phone into here and just clip it in place, and you have the protection on the back. But that's what I've got so far. Pretty easy, simple to do. Probably take you, I don't know, 45 minutes if you have everything to build it out. Again, look how thin it is. It's very, very thin, very lightweight, considering. The nice thing about this is that if you have a couple of these, like you could have them for different purposes. Like this one is set up just for regular, EDC repair type stuff. It's very small. It's got a very compact set of tools. Um, I've had this little pair of pliers for years. People say that they're garbage. Yeah, they're just too small to engage. I just used it today to fix pull a cable through for my brakes, so that it was a little bit looser. It was rubbing against the wheel, so I couldn't have done it with my fingers. I had to have something like this to grab onto it, and it works very well. And there's a pen here. This is a telescoping pen. This is a little peanut lighter that's right here, and then we have the 711L. I just did a video on that. It's a great little tool. These are the Steinway bits that I had featured in that video as well. And then we've got a little sack here, which has, basically your blade and a pair of scissors and a file. So it's a nice little set of tools. It's going to get a lot done for you. And I don't know, it's kind of a fun thing to play with. I'm going to mess around with it some more, but it held up well today. I mean, they don't come out of here. They're not going to fall out on you. So this is a really nice, solid, little EDC organizer that you can have on your phone. $10 for the 10 to $15 for the case, and then maybe 45 minutes of your time to build everything out. I put an extra one up here because I thought I might run bands from here all the way down if I wanted to, the opposite side, but I haven't. I'm concerned about the end here where you have your power input. You don't want that to get in the way, so I don't think I want to do that. But I'll leave this here too. It's nice too. It keeps things from sliding forward if you want to run another band across here. But yeah, there's all kinds of things. You could probably run another one up here if you wanted to. I did not include a flashlight on here since the phone has a flashlight built into it. So I'm trying to keep it, fairly lightweight and solid. And this seems to be a really nice little thing. But tell me what you think in the down below in your comment section. I'm really curious what you think, and if this is a way to something we can mess around with it. And I'd love to see what kind of ideas you have as well. So thanks again for stopping by. This was a fun project to do. Again, if you're going to do it, I would really highly suggest using very, very small tools. Don't load this thing down. It's going to be just weighing too much. So as it was right now, I've got just like micro tools in here. You can see there's just it's not taking up a lot of room on the card. I can pop it in my pocket. It's not a big deal. The nice thing about it is you always have your phone with you, so you're always going to have your tools with you if you do something like this. So interesting. Anyway, the PDF in the description for this video has all kinds of links to everything that you see here, as well as where to access them, where to buy them. So take a look at that. Comments down below would be fantastic. Please subscribe if you like content like this. I try to do unusual things. I try to kind of put a twist on things, and I always am taking feedback from my viewers. So a lot of the stuff that's shown up here and that I have now listed on this card were actually suggestions from viewers. So that's a big deal for me. So that's all I've got for today. Hope to see you again. Take care.